Hey, welcome back to Wyld Homestead. My name is Isabella, and today we are going to attempt to set up my plants for 2022. So as you can see, I have just seeds galore because I have no real good seed management. And I also have a list of things I want to plant. So here is a really basic layout. I mean, like the worst layout ever. But these are the garden beds that you guys have all seen. Here are the new garden beds, and then these are the additional garden beds that are going in. And then there's some more over here. But we are going to talk about the big gardens, which you guys don't get to see very often, and then plan the little gardens. But let's go over the list of things that I am planning on putting in next year. So I have basil, beans, both pole and bush, broccoli, bok choy, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, carrots, celery, cilantro, corn, cucumbers, dill, eggplant, kale, leeks, lettuce, lemons, melons. I can't grow lemons here. Parsnips, peas, peppers, potatoes, both regular varieties. I say regular varieties, and sweet potatoes, pumpkins, radishes, rutabagas, spinach, summer squash, winter squash, chard, all types of tomatoes, and then watermelons, and then garlic, onions, and then I have some herbs that'll go in, so like toothache plant, thyme, catnip, holy basil, chamomile, parsley, rosemary, and then I have tons of flowers. I have went through and kind of found some garden calculators. Now I know that most people say that garden calculators are not entirely accurate, but as this is really our second year, I'm using it as a template. Last year was a huge experiment and we basically just threw everything in. So let's get started with the varieties that I'm leaning towards and what I'm thinking about ordering as well. So with basil, we are going to start with Genoese basil, which are really tiny seeds. And this is primarily the basil that I use for cooking and all that. So that will be going in. And then I have licorice basil, holy basil, which is a purple basil, and lemon basil, which I think smells divine. So technically, the calculators say that you need 5 plants for the family of my size. I'm gonna plant about 20 of them, mainly because I like the way they smell. They're great deterrents for certain pests that we have, and I like to eat it. So beans are going to be a little bit different. So the dry beans that I'm running are the Trail of Tears beans and turtle soup beans, and then I have pigeon peas, which are technically a bean even though they're called peas, that are from Puerto Rico. And then I will be running Kentucky Wonders, Blue Lake beans, and then Slenderettes. And then there are a few plants of Serengeti French fillet beans that I will be running. So those are beans. And then I have some casclins that I'm going to be running, some pinto beans that I'm going to be running. And that'll probably do it for beans. Okay, so next we're going to do broccoli. The only seeds that I currently have is broccoli de rapa. According to the calculator, we need 22 plants. Because I have about a 70% germination rate, I'm actually going to do 35 plants. I'm also going to order Watham 29 from Victory Seeds, so I will have 2 varieties of broccoli. Next we have bok choy, which I'm very excited to get into, but we do not have a bok choy So I am actually going to get a variety from Victory Seeds that is bok choy, but it is called pak choy. So that is what I'm doing for that. And then the next one is Brussels sprouts. So again, with Brussels sprouts, the calculator says 22 plants. Like I said, this is just being used as a guide for us, but the varieties that we are running are the green sprouting broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and then red rhubarb, and then Long Island imported. I do have another variety coming, but I currently don't remember which variety it is. So the next one is cabbage. It says we need 27 plants. Again, I have a 70% germination right here, which for those of you who are unaware just means of the plants that I plant, 7 out of 10 of them actually sprout. So for cabbage, we are going to be using Red Acre and Copenhagen Market. They sprouted beautifully last year. They did not survive because I put them next to plants that they do not like and they killed each other up. So I have learned from that mistake and we will be doing that. I also have a few of Flat Dutch, which is a variety that my grandparents used to grow and I love it. So I will be seeing how the rest of my family enjoys Flat Dutch because cabbage is new to my daughter. She's eaten it before, she just didn't know it. So now that we're actually growing it, it's a little bit of that. So those are the varieties of cabbage that I will be growing. Okay, so next is carrots. Again, the calculator says 48. I'm shooting for 55. And my primary carrot that I will be attempting with, I have not had great luck with carrots. I didn't have luck in Kansas City with carrots. Last year, I'm not having luck with carrots. I haven't figured carrots out yet, but my absolute favorite carrot is a Parisian carrot. So I will be planting primarily Parisians, but I also have a few Nantes, some black nebulas, and rainbow carrots that will be going in as well. We'll see. I'm going to start with Parisians because I have the most seeds of that, and then see if I can figure this carrot thing out. If any of you that are watching live in Zone 7B and have really hard compacted clay soil, even that has been broad forked and tilled, and you still cannot grow carrots, or you have figured out how to grow carrots, please let me know in the comment section below because I love carrots and so far they don't love me back as far as growing them. Okay, so the next one is celery. I have 2 varieties of celery that I will be growing. I will be growing Utah Tall and Gold Blanching. According to the calculator, I need 48 of these, so I am going to roll around to 55 and try that. Okay, so I am going to be ordering more seeds because I don't have enough, but according to the calculator, we need 94 plants. We will probably plant 95. I know that that's not going to give us the whole yield, but it's only our second year. It's fine. My primary crop for corn is going to be Ambrosia Sweet. I do have an early Bantam as well, which I might grow a little bit of because my daughter actually likes Bantam better and she likes Ambrosia, but my husband and I like Ambrosia, so that's going to be our primary crop. So as far as cucumbers go, I saved the seeds from last year, which will be plenty for us to plant this year. They are the straight 8 variety, but I also have National Pickling, which I will grow in a separate area for pickles. So the calculator says we only need 14 of those. I will probably only plant 14 of those because the one cucumber plant that made it last year produced a lot. So I will probably only plant 14 of them. Now, as you guys will come to learn, peppers are my first love. However, my second love is eggplants. when I did the calculator, it said we only needed 10 eggplants, 10 eggplant plants. However, last year I had 4, and that wasn't nearly enough. And I think even if I were to double or triple it, it still wouldn't be enough for the amount of eggplant that we consume. This is why we take those calculators with a grain of salt. The calculator again says 10. We will probably be planting about 25 or 30. And this is going to be one of those things. So I'm going to plant ping ting or ping tung because it did so beautifully last year. I will be planting fingerlings because it also did equally fabulous last year. I'm going to try again with Rosa Bianca. I love Rosa Bianca's flavor and its texture. It did not do well last year. It is the one variety of my eggplant that did not do last year, but that's fine. And then the other one, which I love lots and lots, I like to put it in eggplant parmigiana, is the orange Turkish eggplant. And then because I love eggplant so much, I have Lycidigardia and Fairy Tale, which I will be planting as well, just because they're fun. I hope that they produce well for us, but honestly, I just want them because I like them. So, all right, the next one we are going to do is leeks. I love leeks and I am very, very excited. We did not grow leeks last year, but very excited. So I have American Flag, which is my favorite variety of leek. And then I also have Giant Musselburgh. I have a friend who is a chef who says that that is the best leek ever and that I need to have it. So those are the varieties that I will be growing for leek. And like I said, it says we need 27 of those. We will probably plant 27, maybe 30, right around there somewhere. Next is lettuce. Now it says that I need 42. We will plant 50 varieties. Honestly, I have a lot of lettuce and I'm just going to throw it all in there. So Paris is a romaine. I have guinea pigs and my family eats a lot of romaine, so we will be doing that. Butter crunch is a staple in our family, so we'll be doing that. Butter king, which is another butter lettuce. And then I have the French variety, but basically it's 4 seasons. Those are going to be our big lettuces. Those are the lettuces my family eats the most. So that's what we will be doing for that. Okay, peas is another thing that we planted last year. It did not go well. It's okay. It's because I put them in soil that they didn't like. Last year was a lot of learning. So the varieties that I will be trying primarily, we need 90 plants, is going to be Early Frosty and Alaska. And then the 2 varieties, which I will plant, just like a handful of them, are Blue Shells Pea and Green Arrow. Okay, this list is primarily in alphabetical order, but not entirely. So the next one is melons. Melons are going to be Hale's Best. That's pumpkin. We have a bunch of Hale's Best that we grew last year and we harvested. And then this year I will also be trying PETIT Grinderie. I'll put it on the screen. My French pronunciation is terrible, but I really like French varieties. So that is going in and I am so excited. The other thing that we will be growing melon-wise is Tigger melons. My husband really loves Tigger melons, so those will be the other ones. So a short list and 4 melons. We only need 7. We will probably grow 4 Hale's Bests. We probably will grow 5 Tigger melons by themselves because that's what we grew last year. My husband really enjoyed how many and it was good for that. He likes them way more than my daughter and I do, so there's that. And then my French melon is I'm very, very excited about, and I will probably plant 5 of those as well. So each melon, even though the calculator says 7, probably we will plant 5 to 7 of each type because we eat a lot of melon. So that makes sense for our family. Okay, the next one is parsnips. It says 36 is what we need for our family. That is probably what we will plant. I love parsnips. It's great for soups and stocking or bulking things up. The only parsnip that I grow ever is Holy Crown. So that's what we will be growing. Okay, as I said previously, peppers are my one true love. I put peppers in everything. Bell peppers, hot peppers, you name it. If it's a pepper, it's my best friend. There are a few exceptions to that rule. I don't really like scorpion peppers, but for the most part, I love peppers. So, it says I only need 15 plants of peppers. That's not going to happen. I'll probably plant like 30 or more. I don't know how many I'm going to plant of each variety, but I'm going to plant a lot of peppers, so I'm just going to go through them. So I am planting Ampus. I am planting Habanada. I am planting 2 strains of Habanada because I have gotten them from 2 different strains. Hungarian wax peppers, King of the North, Arroz con Pollos peppers, Tequila Sunrise peppers, Sunbright peppers, ancho peppers, which are delicious. If you've never tried an ancho pepper or poblano pepper, you definitely need to do that because it's amazing. Midnight Dreams is a purple pepper, which I love. I love putting it in my breakfast. I don't know why purple peppers in my breakfast makes me happy, but it does, so that's what I'm doing. Giant Marconis, cayenne peppers, sweet peppers. My husband is a banana pepper, a sweet banana pepper fan. Last year we had 10 banana peppers. That wasn't nearly enough for him. So like I said, even though it says I only need 15 pepper plants, that's not going to do it for my family. And then jalapenos, and then Thai chili peppers. So like I said, it only says we need 15. I can tell you that that's not going to happen. We will probably plant somewhere between 30 and 45. I haven't decided yet, but we love peppers, as you can tell. The next one we're going to talk about is pumpkins. The list says we need 12. We have lots of pie pumpkin left over from last year that we harvested. I also have the Cinderella pumpkin, and there's another pumpkin, which variety I can't think of right now, but I'll put it here. And those will be the 3 types of pumpkins that we run this year. Okay, radishes next. It says we need 60 for our family. I am the only person in our family that eats it. So because there are 4 people in my family and only one of us eat radishes, which is a tragedy to me, but that's fine. I am going to take 60 divided by 4, and that's how many plants I'm going to be planting. So for this, that's 15. I will be planting probably 20, just because that seems like a good number for me, and they will be succession sowed. So I will grow Spanish Black, and then China Rose, and then French Breakfast. And then I might get real crazy depending on how much I like radishes. It wavers how much I'm like craving radishes. Because if it's a summer where I really crave radishes, I will also be planting champion. And if I do that, I will probably plant 20 champions by themselves and make a huge salad because sometimes that makes me happy. Next, we're doing rutabaga. I only need 10 of them. It's going to be purple top champion. It's the only rutabaga I ever plant. But there you go. Rutabaga. And then spinach. I will be planting whatever spinach I have. I have spinach coming from my mom. But I don't know what variety it is, but whatever it is, that's what we're planting. And then we have 14 zucchinis. I will be planting Black Beauty. And then winter squash. Pretty much the only winter squash I ever grow is acorn squash and Waltham butternut and honey nut. But that's it. Because that's the squash that we like the most. So that's what we do. And then Swiss chard, I need 18. I have Bright Lights, which is a multicolored one. I have Snow Cloud, which is white, and then I have a pink one whose name I can't remember, but it is beautiful and pink, and I love it. So those will be the Swiss chards. So tomatoes, we have that we need 39. I will be planting 40 big tomatoes, 40 cherry tomatoes, and probably about the same of tomatoes. So I'm going to show you the ones that I have pictures of. This is a black creme. We really love the black creme, so we will be planting that. Red beefsteak, I don't have a picture of, but I grew them last year. Siberian is actually a medium one. I really love this Siberian. I also, because we live in Arkansas, have Arkansas Traveler. Arkansas Traveler did not do very well last year, but I planted it really late, so that's fine. And then pink oxheart, pink ponderosa, which I do have, looks like this. She's a big girl. And then Amish pace, early girl, those will be the other ones. And then cherry tomatoes. We have indigo apple, the spoon tomato, champagne bubbles, chocolate cherry, yellow pear, bumblebee, and I am waiting to decide on one other cherry tomato. It'll probably be the black VERNISSAGE cherry, I think is what it's called. I'll put it up on the screen. So those are our tomato varieties. Not nearly as many as we have peppers, but that's fine. And then watermelons, we will grow black diamond and moon and stars. It says 5, but we're going to grow 10. We're going to grow 5 moon and stars and 5 black diamonds. And then garlic and onions, I haven't bought them yet. I haven't decided which varieties I'm doing yet. I have some bunching onions, but... And then as far as herbs go, I have toothache plant. Look how tiny these little seeds are. Okay, hold on. There you go. So tiny. Okay. And then bee balm, catnip, holy basil, chamomile, parsley, lemon balm, rosemary, and thyme. And then flowers, I have coreopsis, nasturtium, hollyhocks, carnations, sunflowers galore. I'm so excited for sunflowers this year. I did not grow any flowers really last year, but as I'm from the sunflower state, I think it's appropriate for me to grow sunflowers, so I'm very excited to put sunflowers just all over the place. Borage, marigold, snapdragons, and then I have coral bells that are from my mom's garden. I have blanket flowers, which are from my mom's garden. I have more coreopsis. This one's called Sunbeam. I have lots of coreopsis, lots of different colors of coreopsis. I'm very excited for that. So that is a general idea of what I'm going to be planting. And now let's go outside and kind of show you what I'm thinking. Okay, in my infinite wisdom, I did not bring the tripod, but that's fine. So this is an Alberta peach. That is an Alberta peach. This is cover crop. But this is what's called the Gemini Gardens. There will be another one that it will go here when I do it, which will be soon. We are going to change the way that the rows lay. Currently they lay north to south, but we will be changing them to move east to west. North to south did okay, but it didn't do great. So we will be planting corn, beans, potatoes. I have not decided potato varieties yet. Peas, and a few of the tomatoes over here. The other one, so because it's Gemini, because they're a match, so Gemini 1 and Gemini 2 will be here. It'll be a continuation, and then we are going to move up. So the Gemini garden, I think, is 120 feet. So altogether, the 240 feet. Totally just put my hand over you, I'm so sorry. And then we're gonna walk over here where the new garden beds are going in. And I originally had thought about doing like monocrops and doing one crop in each thing. Let's turn you around. But I think that we are actually going to end up diversifying and all of that. So there's that. And then sunflowers will go here. That was a failed experiment with peas last year, but there are 4 beds here. And then that bed is actually going to go here, and have some. And then you guys already know the other beds, but I'm going to show you anyway. And then we'll see everybody because they're thrown. So, here we go. Nope. Here we go. So this bed will get lettuces and broccoli like it has now. As we get closer, let's see how these radishes are doing. They're working on it. They're not there yet. And then this one will probably get herbs. This bed will get peppers like it did last year. One of the chickens got out and ate my Swiss chard, but that's fine. This is an eggplant that I need to pull out from last year. All of this will get forked again. I'm not sure what's going in here yet. We'll see. That cabbage is not going to do anything, but I'm going to let it continue going. As you can see, one of the girls has laid an egg in the pen, which I'm going to have to go get. So we have some things that we can do here. This egg cracked yesterday. And then back here, which is where we did Tigger melons last year, and sweet meat, which did not do well, but that's okay. Everything's an experiment. I haven't decided what I'm doing here. I thought about doing cucumbers back here. We'll see. The boys would like to say hello. Say hello, boys. Hello, boys. I know you're a good farm doggy. As I was editing this video, I realized I never filmed the outro. So that is our general plan for the garden and the varieties. We will, of course, take you along with us on this journey as we begin to homestead here in Arkansas. If you have any suggestions about your favorite varieties or varieties you are interested in, feel free to leave those in the comment below. I always want to create and foster community here on my little corner of YouTube. Hopefully you guys are blessed, you're staying warm, and we will see you next time here at the Wyld Homestead.